There's only one player that I want for left back. And if you can handle Yamal, you're welcome at Manchester United, mate. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. And today, I'm thinking the future. I'm thinking Champions League football. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking, what do we need to at least compete? Right, so that's what we're going to talk about today. But before we get into that, we hit 60 subscribers. I said 60 subscribers. And I'd like to say, I appreciate every last one of you. The next target is to get to 100 subscribers. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and get involved in the comments, right? So let's get into it. This season has been crazy. At the beginning of the season, for us to be talking about Champions League seems crazy, right? It seems crazy, but football's a funny old thing. Michael Carrick comes in, and now we're third in the league and looking comfy. And in my humble opinion, I think Champions League is almost in the bag. If it's not already there, it's there, right? So, the big question is, what do we need to do to take the success of this season and build upon it next season? But before we get there, I have to give credit where credit's due. In terms of Ineos, we can hate them, you can like them, but the one thing that you do have to give them credit for is the transfers they made last summer. Because the transfers they made last summer and the type of players that they bought. They bought Premier League proven players. And look at us now. Matheus Cunha looks like he was made for a Manchester United shirt. It's not too heavy. The aura. Every day, the aura. He's got the aura. He's got the skills. But he's also got that fight. Then you got Brian Mbeumo. We all knew what we were getting with Brian Mbeumo. Goals and assists. But there was that thing of players coming from smaller clubs, coming to a big club. Can they handle it? Let me tell you, this brother can handle it. Because he showed it from the get-go. He showed it from day one. He said, I'm a Manchester United player. And that's worked out. And then the big one, in my opinion, Baby Courtois. Baby Courtois has come in and changed the whole defense. We're celebrating when this brother catches a ball, makes a save. Because we all remember Onana, we all remember Altai. But this guy's coming in, did his job, and just goes home. He's very calm. And then you've got Benjamin Sesko, another hit. Even though at the beginning people were laughing at him. People were trying to compare Benjamin Sesko to Gyökeres. And I think that's crazy, by the way. I am not having this. I actually believe Benjamin Sesko is so far better, so far ahead in every aspect when you compare him to Gyökeres. But he still has flaws. But he's young. He's got room. He's got time to develop. So he's been a good signing. And then you've got Patrick Dorgu and Aiden Heaven. And with them, we can see the potential. So in terms of that, I have to give credit to Ineos. But here's the big one. And Ineos, if you're listening, you better do get this one right. Because the next transfer window can either make us or break us. It can either make us compete or get embarrassed in the Champions League. Because next season, you got to remember we're playing more games. Then you've got the big thing of we're losing Casemiro. Casemiro, and a lot of people can have their thoughts, but he's been fabulous, especially this season and even large part of last season. So to lose his experience, to lose his passing, everything he brings to the team is going to be a big one to replace. And then I'm hoping someone on planet Earth comes in and buys Ugarte. I've got nothing against him, but sometimes in life, some things are just not for you. And Ugarte, I'm sorry, but the Premier League, Ugarte, I'm sorry, but the Old Trafford is not for you, mate. Right? So, with all that in mind, we got to think about recruitment. We need midfielders, at least 2, maybe even 3. We need a left back, because even though Luke Shaw is playing, we all know why. It's a World Cup year. Next year, there's no World Cup, no Euros. So this is a chance that Luke Shaw goes on holiday again. So we need a left back. But the biggest thing for me, we need a left back. And if we get rid of Xerxes, we might need a striker. But for me, the most important thing is the midfield. It's the profile of players that we get for our midfield. I think Ineos have to keep doing what they're doing in terms of Premier League proven players. Because you know what you're getting. Right? You know what you're getting. And And Ineos have to keep doing what they're doing. Go for the same profiles. Premier League proven players, young and hungry. So here's some players that everyone's throwing apart. And there's a lot of names that are being thrown around. Not all realistic, but some of them I really like. Not going to lie. So, let's talk about them. Number 1, Elliot Anderson. Only problem with him is City are into the only Elliot Anderson. My favourite. The only problem is he's City's favourite at the same time. But we are Manchester United, so we can always say to him we're Manchester United. And we got Champions League football. But Elliot Anderson is a player that I would really, really love at United. Because he can do everything. He can pass, he can tackle, his bag of energy. And he performs on big games. And you need that. He's got that fight. He's got that bit of nastiness in him as well. Right? So he would be my number 1 choice as the first midfielder we buy. He's going to cost an arm and a leg, especially if Nottingham Forest stay up. The other player that has grown on me recently, and I've heard his name being thrown around, is Sandro Tonali. Another guy that gives you experience, composure, control. And he just looks like a guy, I don't know how to put it, but when I see him play, he just looks smooth. So he's my number 2. And he's another option that we could realistically get. The other one is Adam Wharton. Everyone's talking about this kid. I love him as a player. The way he's calm, his demeanour, passing, composed, press resistant. But the thing I like about Adam Wharton more than anything is, how do I say this? He doesn't play like an English player. He plays like a player from the continent. He's always looking to break the line with his passes. And that's what you want. You want a player for Manchester United to take risks. That's what we're Manchester United for. That's what we've grown up on. risk, and he takes risks. Right? So they're the top three, and a lot of people are talking about it. There's Bruno G, who gives you a different control, but an amazing player at the same time. And like, we can't take everybody from Newcastle, right? So, but he's another name that I would be, if we got him, I'd be like, okay. But the only problem I have with Bruno G is the price tag. 100 M's, I don't think he's worth 100 M's. So that's my midfield. There's other midfielders that maybe we should be looking at in the continent. Still is one of them. And then there's a kid at Lille. Right? A little bit cheaper, but with a lot of potential. And then the other one is left back. And for me, there's only one player that I want for left back. There's a lot of names that people are talking about, and this guy's going to cost us, he's going to cost at least 70, 80 even. He's English. But when I watch this kid play, I think, yeah, that's what you need. And the player I'm talking about is Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall, and I don't know where, and the player I'm talking about is Lewis Hall. This kid is so good on the ball. He can dribble with it. He drives forward. He wants to attack. But also, the day that I thought, yes, this guy looks like a Manchester United player. This guy is a left back that we should be talking about and making bids for. And when I saw this was against Barcelona, against Yamal. Okay, a lot of people will be like, they scored 7. But as an individual, one-on-one, him against Yamal wasn't, he had him. Yamal wasn't really doing much. And if you can handle Yamal, you're welcome at Manchester United, mate. So, guys, don't forget, hit that subscribe, like the video, and get involved in the comments. But let me know, what midfielders should we be signing? How are we going to replace Casemiro? And then give me your top three left backs.